What's up YouTube, Chemi War here, coming at you with a brand new video. So today I'm going to be doing something just a little bit different. What I'm going to be doing is just talking. Pure and straight, unedited, uncut, probably completely awkward talking to you, the viewer. So the first thing I'm just going to kind of randomly bring up is a little announcement, I guess you could call it, for Xbox PUBG players, and that would be that you are no longer able to farm for battle points. As you can see in this clip here, I decided to land with the AFKs, and I went up to kill one. Well, they died, but there was nothing in the pickup vicinity, there was no loot box, I couldn't take her hat, as much as I wanted her hat. Even though it was the same as mine, it was her hat. Or the shirt, the red shirt, but no, I got nothing. So I tried to go do it on this guy because he had a nice little polka dot shirt, but it turns out he couldn't die. He was unable to die completely, no matter how much I hit him, and this was a little disappointing, but yeah, turns out you can no longer farm for battle points in Xbox PUBG. Okay, so this is the part of the video where I just kind of talk about different things. They're not going to be strung together in any order, they're not relevant to each other, there's really nothing. They really don't have anything to do with each other. This is just me talking, as I mentioned before, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So first thing I want to bring up is that in my second to last video, Shane Dawson a pedophile? Why is this even happening? Well, in that video I had been talking about Shane and Onision for a little segment of it, and I had said, oh, I don't know if there's any beef between them I had missed, and turns out there is. Well, I didn't really miss it. It was more so just I thought it was over. You see, back in like mid to late 2017, I want to say October, November-ish, Onision had put up a video talking about, I think he titled it My Ex-Friend Shane, something like that, and he was talking about, oh, well, whenever I first got my start, I messaged Shane and asked if I could have a part in one of his videos, and Shane was like, yeah, sure. Well, actually, it was an attempt to collaborate, like, hey, I'll help you write scripts and stuff if we collaborate. So Shane said, come be your nerd character on my show and replace my nerd character while I have stomach surgery. Onision took up the offer and went on the show. So this boosted up Onision's subs quite high. And I know this is old information, but just, you know, bear with me. I just thought all this was over. I mean, especially since that, like, on Onision's video where he drew on the whiteboard explaining everything, he had even said that they were cool now, or it had been a while. They're not really friends, but they still talk on occasion, or at least they've talked it out. So, I mean, you would think everything would be fine, right? But then, not even a year later, he comes back when Shane Dawson's being accused of being a pedophile, and adds fuel to the fire. So, now he's just taking this grudge to his grave? I thought everything was okay, but, you know, if it's not, that's on Onision. If he wants to be a little baby about everything, then I guess he has every right to do so. But he really just shouldn't be revolving his channel around it. Or at least making so many videos on Shane as he has in the past. But, whatever. That's neither here nor there. So the next thing I want to talk about is, how do I even put this? Am I the only person who thinks that the plural for moose should be meese? I mean, look at the English language, right? You have the word goose, G-O-O-S-E. And then you have the word moose, M-O-O-S-E. Now, if the plural for geese, if the plural for goose is geese, why is the plural for moose not meese? If an OO plural becomes EE, why is it not the same for moose? Or boot, for that matter. Why is plural boots not called beat? I mean, if you said you were wearing a pair of beats, you'd probably assume that, you know, the other person is wearing headphones, but we've just confused ourselves, it seems like. It just seems like the world is confused on how to speak, and you have all these different, like, ways of saying things that do make sense to us now, but if you really think about it, like, really think into it, it doesn't make... It's inconsistent, it's just kind of annoying sometimes. I mean, English is the hardest language to learn, supposedly. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I don't know if that's even an opinion type of thing, but I don't know. I learned English pretty easily, but granted, I grew up around it. I guess people who learn Spanish can say the same thing, or people who learn Greek. I don't know. But yeah, so that's it for that topic, really. I just kind of wanted to hear everyone else's opinion about that. Do you think the plural for moose should be meese? I do. I definitely do. Can I just go ahead and throw in the fact here that I'm spending 5,600 battle points on a crate, I get a biker crate, one of my favorite crates, and look at all the beautiful stuff you can get inside of it. I'd love half of this shit. But instead, what do I get from it? The one thing I don't want. Pink skinny jeans. Look at this. What do those go with? Nothing. I mean, sure, there might be some other things they go with, but you're not going to look good running around in pink skinny jeans. I won't look good running around in pink skinny jeans. Why would I want to wear these? And they sell for like, what, 60 battle points? That's not worth it. I can't even choose what crate I buy. I can't choose anything. It's just purely random gambling. Thank God there is no microtransactions to buy crates in this game, because they could do that so easily. And honestly, I kind of see it coming, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I just wanted to rant about that for a second. Let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. Alright, so next up we got Call of Duty World War II on the brain, so what I want to talk about this is specifically the map Point to Hawk. Now, I don't have anything wrong with the map design. You know, map designs of Call of Duty could be a little bit better these days, but other than that, you know, I mean, it's alright, but the one thing that bothers me is that before Christmas, you know, you'd have the occasional person running around with a shotgun and get annoying. Maybe, you know, on a rare day there'd be an entire team with shotguns, but now I just see nothing but that. There's nothing but shotguns on Point to Hawk. You have the occasional sniper, but it's not really a good sniping map. You have the occasional submachine gun user, me, but it's just nothing but shotguns. And you know, I was sitting there and I was thinking, like, why is it like this? Why? And I think I came to a conclusion. So when you get into a new game and you discover there's flaming shotguns, you've never played it before, you're probably going to want to use them. I mean, it sounds like a pretty fun thing to use, right? So you go into this game, use a shotgun, and other people get mad that you're using it. Like, oh my god, I hate that people are using shotguns. And it gets to the point where they're so worn out of dealing with it and complaining with it, they're like, you know what, screw it. I'm going to use a shotgun too. And when everyone hits this mentality, it becomes like a sickness, almost like a parasite infesting the game. The parasite of shotguns. The shotgun sickness, I like to call it. Shotgun sickness is a very common disease, I guess you could call it, is a very common disease in games, and maybe it doesn't always revolve around the shotgun, but shotgun sickness is alive and well. So, you know, you gotta remember, when you get mad and you're like, well, I'll just use a shotgun too, you're adding to the problem. You're just adding more shotguns to the map, really. So, that's all I really have to say about that matter, I guess. I could go a little more into this, but that's a video for another day. And the final thing I'd like to discuss today would be the changes made to the YouTube partnership program and the requirements needed in order to get monetization on your videos. So this has been changed completely ever since the Logan Paul thing, or maybe Jake Paul had something to do with it. It was one of the Paul brothers, but regardless, something went wrong. So before, it was, what was it, 10,000 lifetime views, and now it's you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watch time in the last year. That's insane, in my opinion. Like, when a new channel comes onto YouTube before this new policy is enacted, you know, anyone can get 10,000 lifetime views over time. It'll just happen. Eventually, enough people will see it, enough people watch it long enough, it'll get enough views that that video can become monetized. But now they've made it so that you have to have a certain level of subscribers, which never mattered before. And sure, 4,000 hours, you know, lifetime watch time or whatever is not too hard to come by, but, or sorry, not lifetime, within the last year, it's not too hard to come by, but that does make it harder for smaller channels to even appear in the algorithm or anything like that. It's like smaller channels are being punished for what bigger channels are doing. Logan Paul goes in the Suicide Force, films a dead body, and people go on YouTube and make those like Elsagate videos of screwed up children's shows acting perverted, and it just ruins it. It ruins it for everybody, and we have to punish everyone else for something a few small people do. And quite frankly, the Elsagate stuff was never really too big of an issue. You had to like specifically go out of your way to find it. I mean, maybe unless you use the YouTube Kids app or whatever, but I don't know many people that actually do, even for their own kids. Like, most people just turn on the television and have them watch Dora the Explorer, Barney, or Power Rangers all day. But anyways, guys, that'll be all for today. Once again, I am War. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you stuck around this long, I greatly appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. Stay frosty.